So, Max said, do you need to use the bathroom? I looked at him confused. He looked down, coughed, and smiled a little awkwardly. But when he looked back up to me, his eyes were smouldering. I could come in a few minutes, if you know what I mean. I did, and nodded before I lost my nerve. I got up, and while I walked to the bathroom, I realised I was far more drunk than I'd thought. Of course you're drunk, stupid. Otherwise you wouldn't be in this situation, I thought to myself. Not really needing to use the bathroom, I splashed some cold water on my face, in the hopes of soothing the now raging unease in my stomach. Max came in and walked towards me. He smiled, putting his right hand on my neck, pulled my head down towards his and kissed me roughly. When I closed my eyes I felt the room was starting to spin, and a wave of nausea heaved up in the back of my throat. I snapped my eyes open and swallowed the sour taste back down without Max noticing. He released my lips for a moment and whispered, maybe we should go into the cubicle before somebody comes in. I stumbled after him into the claustrophobic cubicle with his moustache tickling against my neck. I had to force myself to keep my eyes open to stop the room from spinning. He slid his hands under my shirt and pushed me against the tiled wall. I welcomed the cold sensation on my back. Stumbling a little, I pulled his hair to keep myself from falling over. He took this as a sign of passion, groaned and kissed me urgently and roughly again. When his hands found their way down to my fly, I closed my eyes. That was a mistake. The nausea rose up in my body, sending a hot flash through me, followed by a cold sweat. I weakly put my clammy hand over his, now busy undoing my belt, but he didn't stop. I couldn't find the energy to push him away, so I said with a weak voice, "Please, move over, I'm going to be sick." He looked up at my face to see if I was serious, and I must have looked as terrible as I felt, because he stepped away immediately, just in time for me to crouch over the toilet and vomit violently. I gripped the sides of the bowl for support and rested my sweaty cheek against the cold seat to catch my breath. I wasn't sure if Max was still there, but I didn't care. My stomach turned again, and I bent my head to throw up once more.